hopefully this works and everyone can now actually see the game screen as well. Can I move myself onto this side? Yes, I can. Let me move it up here. So 134 points. Actually, let me go back to the points because you guys can kind of see the points as well. Pretty decent return, I guess, except for the bench. So let me start this again. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the Game Week 30 deadline stream. Hopefully, you guys can all see my screen and you can hear me and everything is good. Let me actually see. Yes, looking great. I can actually move myself up and you guys can also see the score and the screen, and I can actually bring your questions up as well if you have any questions. So having said that, let me actually share this on Twitter so that everyone can find it. There we go. Okay, hopefully this is not too early, too late for anyone. I'm not really sure, but we're doing good. How did that actually? Where did the chat go? I've lost my chat. Oh. Chat disabled for live stream? No. I can see you guys. Actually, I can see the chat, but where did it go in terms of? No, you guys can chat. Can you? Yes, you can. Yep, you guys can chat. I can see. I can see. I was just trying to get the. Hopefully, the quality and everything is good as well. Let me know. But live chat seems to be on. Chat filter, all messages. It popped up error on my first message. That might be because you might have clicked the previous stream that I tried, and I deleted that stream because I was trying to get the FPL app to open and I didn't know how. And it looks like on mobile it's slightly different. You kind of have to schedule a different type of stream, like a game type stream. That's exactly what I've done. So you guys can now see the FPL app as well. Before you would just see my face and I couldn't see the FPL app, which I didn't really want. So this is better. This everyone can see. So 134 points. Week went. I could have been better. I would say, like the bench boost could have been better. As in, I could have probably, I don't know, played it another time. Maybe that maybe could have been an issue. Like, I mean, could have been something that I could have looked into. But it is what it is. We got the bench boost out. Now the next thing is for Game Week 30. What are the moves I'm going to make? I'm thinking probably Tony to Haaland. I was thinking of Isaac to Haaland as well as a possible move, but the one thing is with that, I might also have to do, if let's say I want Salah, right? Let's say if I want Salah for next week, it'll become a bit more harder to get Salah in if I was to do Isaac to Haaland. So let's say, for example, I went and did, I'll show you guys. So if I removed Isaac, right, and I went and got Haaland in, if I was to go and get Salah for Fernandes next week, I would be 0.7 short, as you can see. Now, obviously, the other way would be I keep Isaac, I remove Tony as an option, because if he gets a yellow card next week, then he's going to be suspended for 2 games, and I don't want to be in a position where I have to do an additional transfer for Game Week 32 as well to just actually replace him. So I thought I might as well just do it in one go, because in 32 I'll probably replace Haaland again. So I was like, okay, let's actually do it this week itself, where in 32 I won't have to replace Haaland and Tony, if that makes sense. So that kind of negates an extra hit if Tony does end up getting a second yellow. I mean, getting another yellow before 32. So I could go Tony to, let's say, Haaland, and then next week if I wanted to, I have enough money to do Fernandes to Salah, something like this. I could easily do that, and I have 0.3 in the bank, right? So that's something I have been thinking. I have been also thinking for this week specifically. Obviously, Salah, Fernandez comes back, but for this week specifically, I have been thinking of going Henry, replacing him with probably Moreno, where is Moreno? Here we go, Alex Moreno. 4.4 million, pretty decent option. This week he's playing Forest as well. So I think that's a good week. And I think the XG is also kind of improving, if I wasn't mistaken. Are they showing it? Do they show it here? They don't show it in the app here, no? But I think Villa's expected goals conceded has actually improved. But yeah. Now, looks good screen and can see as well. Better put on D&D. What's D&D? Do not disturb. Oh yes, I did put it on. 29 points on the bench boost. Any good game week 29 bench boosters? Ooh, what a week to have 29 points. I remember I had 27 in game week. I showed you guys last week, right? 27 points in game week 27, and yeah, it is what it is. And now I have ended up on 14 points. Maybe should have bench boosted that week, but you can't win all this. So 29 points is a really good week. Now I would wish if the chat, unfortunately the chat doesn't appear. Here we go. There we go. This helps me. Now I wonder whether this is, you guys can also kind of see the chat appearing like that. No, right? Yes, you guys can't. So that's good. I can see the chat appearing. So that you guys can kind of see the chat appearing as well. That doesn't help for actually, will that help? Maybe that kind of helps you guys to see things properly. Let me know how the quality is as well, because if the quality isn't as great, because I can't tell because I'm looking on this and it's like it's hard to tell. You can see the chat early. Yeah, that's fine. If the chat appears, it's fine. But hopefully it's not. If it's disturbing the background, yeah, could see. You guys should be able to see the chat now, right? If it's disturbing too much, let me know. It's overlaying. Is it a disturbance? I wonder. What happens here? No, I become very tiny. But can make out the names. Let's just remove it. You know, that helps everyone. So yeah, maybe I do a move like this, and then I captain Haaland. Now this will obviously depend on news about Haaland, press conference news. I'm not really expecting Pep to come out and say, "Hey, we're actually starting Haaland," but you never know, right? And then if he doesn't say anything, then probably training photos, because I think Haaland will get maybe 45 to sorry. Let's say he gets between 45 to 60 minutes. I am good with that. Will, how are you doing? Welcome. How are you doing? How was the game week? Did it go well? Thoughts on Kane to Haaland? Will most likely wildcard in game week 33, bring him back based on coming weeks. Yeah, I think that's fine. If you can't afford to go to Haaland via any other move, I think Kane to Haaland is actually not a bad move to do. If you want to do it, it's fine. This week it might be a bit of a like. Keep in mind, sometimes Kane has the ability to score at least double digits. Brighton are a team that really don't defend properly. At times, they do tend to concede chances because of the amount that they attack. But at the same time, Spurs are a team that do tend to crumble. Like, they struggle at times if another team is putting pressure. We saw 10-man Everton also put pressure on Spurs, so could actually work. I'm contemplating the same thing. Estupinan to Moreno and Tony to Haaland as I'm 0.1 off. Ooh, yes, that's also not a bad option. You can do that. I don't really need to get Moreno in to do Haaland. I can do it without getting Moreno in. It's just that I'm thinking about game week 32 and I'm looking at let's say Henry, right, for game week 32, and his fixtures are He's playing Aston Villa in Game Week 32. Will they keep a clean sheet? Highly unlikely. And then the fixtures after also aren't great. So I'm like, I might as well remove him now and actually get in Moreno. I should have probably done it in the double game week, thinking about it now. But you can't really win everything, so it is what it is. How much did Moreno get in the double game week as well? Let's have a look. Yeah, he got 8 points, so it wouldn't have made a difference. I would have been just 1 point better off because of the hit, so it wouldn't have made. Mings is someone maybe who could actually be better than Moreno just because of the bonus points potential. Mings does tend to get a lot of, like, look at that. Mings tends to get a lot of bonus, 2 bonus points. And then the week before that as well, 3 bonus points because of the assist. So Mings is someone, if you were looking for a bonus points potential player, look at that again, kept a clean sheet, 2 bonus points. Kept a clean sheet, 1 bonus points. Maybe Mings is actually also not a bad option. So if you're looking for someone, what was this? The Mings, right? It's not a bad player to get. Moreno, on the other hand, just has a slightly bit more attacking option. But if you're looking for bonus, you know where to go. Yeah, he doesn't get bonus. Got this because he got the assist over here in a 1-1 draw. So that's not too bad as well. So I don't know. I might actually. I haven't really decided whether I want to go for Mings or whether I want to go for Moreno. I can go for either, to be honest. Means benching Mitoma. Ooh. Who else do you have in your midfield? I don't mind starting Mitoma, to be honest. Miss Saka news, so bench Kane still 116 with no BB or hits. So happy enough. That's pretty good. 116 points without a bench boost is actually a pretty good point return. Damn, I lost. I keep pushing up and I go to another. A stupid and safe replacement for Shaw in case he is not fit. You don't need to go for well, you could go for Estupinan if you wanted to. For Shaw, it's just that right now Brighton have a slightly set of tricky fixtures upcoming, and they probably won't keep a clean sheet in those fixtures. The chances are low in those fixtures to keep a clean sheet. So if you wanted to you wanted someone with a clean sheet, then it depends on whether you're looking for a double game week player or a single game week player. Because you could potentially go for someone else. Maybe you could go for the City player as well. If you're free hitting in 32, maybe you could go for a City player, City defensive player, to get like some City defensive cover, especially if you aren't free hitting in 34, because then you free hit in 32, you don't have to worry about that City defender, and then so Shaw to a City defender is not a bad move as well. Because quite a few people will have Edison as cover. I'm expecting people to go for Edison as cover, especially those who walk out in 33 might go for Edison as well, especially if they're looking to like bench boost in 34, or if they've already played their bench boost. Those who are looking to maximize the doubles in 34 might have Edison in City defense. So if you want a City defender as well, now obviously they have the tendency at times to not keep clean sheets. So up to you guys on what to do. So this might actually be the moves I probably make. Is it worth it for a -4? I think over the next few weeks, Moreno will probably outscore Henry. So because of that, I'm willing to do this -4 now to get a better team, ideally. Tempted by Kane to Haaland because I can play Mitoma then. Midfield currently Mitoma, Saka, Martinelli, Rashi, and Mado. Ooh. I have toyed with the fact of benching Madison as well. But then I went and saw the chances considered thread by Fantasypedia, and it showed the amount of chances that Bournemouth concede, and they concede a lot from where Madison plays on the right. So now I've been thinking, if I was to, let's say, drop Tony, right? For example, if I was to drop Tony for Haaland, then it would be something like this, where Isak is probably benched, Maddison plays ahead of the Bournemouth one. And instead of Tony, you have Haaland there. And should I start Gabriel? I probably might not start Gabriel. I would. Would I start Gabriel? Yeah, I'd probably start Gabriel. Oh, no, actually. Instead of Henry, I would probably have Alex Moreno ahead of Gabriel as a possible move. And then you have Botman and Trippier in goal. I mean, in the defense. Maybe that is one possible scenario that I could try and look at. I haven't decided this on, obviously. So it will depend. But it is something that I have kind of think about. But yeah, if I was to bring Haaland and Moreno, Tony will go, Isak will be benched ahead of Maddison. Maybe you could bench Maddison as well. That's a possibility. And Gabriel would also be benched, which means he's probably scoring a goal this week because I benched him. To be honest, Will, what do you think? Do you think Liverpool will score a goal against Arsenal? I know Liverpool are at home, but they haven't been consistent. That's the only thing. I do expect them to score a goal. Arsenal, on the other hand, haven't also been able to keep out clean sheets for some reason. So let me know. Odegaard to March or McAllister and Tony to Haaland for a -4 get off triple Arsenal. If you're free hitting in 32, getting off triple Arsenal is not too bad, especially if that's the way for you to actually get Haaland in. Odegaard, yeah, I actually don't mind removing Odegaard for a Brighton midfielder. March or McAllister. So when I had March, I thought he was probably really the second best Brighton player. He still might be the second best Brighton midfielder, but the problem is he isn't clinical enough, which is an issue. McAllister, on the other hand, could potentially get pens, and because of that, he could overall outscore March. So I would probably lean towards McAllister slightly. But March is such a good player, just not clinical, which means he doesn't get enough points. That's the problem. You guys saw the Brentford game, right? He took so many chances and just couldn't get points. Came away with only 1 assist. Yeah, people considering benching or selling Mad. I couldn't before the Bournemouth game. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I initially benched him because I thought he was going to be injured, but then apparently there is no injury news from him, so he seems him. And probably bench Isak because maybe Callum Wilson continues to start this game as well. After scoring 2 goals, I can't really see Callum Wilson getting benched. So Isak will probably get benched this one. But however, Eddie Howe has come and said that there are instances where Isak and Wilson can both play together as well. So depends on the situation. But after Joelinton and Callum Wilson scoring 2 goals, I can't really see those two getting benched. I really don't know. Thiago is back, but we were just as bad when he was fit. I think we might score, but I'm not confident. Yeah, I also think Liverpool would score. Like we expected Leeds also to kind of score, and for 70 odd minutes, Arsenal managed to keep them out, but they went and conceded that 1 goal. So I think Liverpool also could score, and there were news about Luis Diaz as well, right? Potentially back. So maybe Luis Diaz also features in Game Week 31. He could also be an interesting option to consider later, not for 31, but later down the line. So he might also have a decent chance of setting something up or being on the end of something. You never know. So I think I might actually bench Gabriel and start the doubled Newcastle defense. Hence me starting both Saka and Martinelli. Fair enough. I mean, if you potentially put yourself in a win-win situation, I guess if Liverpool don't win, FPL wise, you probably get returns. If Liverpool do wins, FPL wise, you maybe get returns, maybe don't get returns. Either way, you're happy in one section and maybe not as much happy on the other section, I guess. It's majorly a decision between Kane to Haaland for free or -4 to keep Kane and get Odegaard out. So it's a -4 then. The thing with Kane is he does have Bournemouth next, right? So if we were to go back and look at the fixtures, Spurs have Brighton this week, but next week Where are they? They got Bournemouth, which is a good fixture. Maybe a good fixture, not really good fixture. Bournemouth do take a lot of attacking chances, so it's a decent fixture. So that's not a bad option. And then obviously they got Newcastle in 32, which you're most likely free hitting, so you don't have to worry about it. And then in 33 they've got United. That's a tough game. But then they're playing United at home. United away don't have a good record of winning games, so Kane, I won't be surprised if Kane scores in that. So you could keep Kane if you wanted to. Arsenal, on the other hand, they got Liverpool this week. Odegaard could be a decent option, but Odegaard isn't as explosive as well. Kane also isn't as explosive, but the player you bring in, Brighton player you bring in, will be you're setting yourself up for game week 34 in the same hand as well. So it works out, I guess, overall, because you're bringing basically two double game week players for 34, and you remain an Arsenal player. Now West Ham will be a good game for Arsenal. After that, they got Southampton in 32. If you're free hitting, you don't have to worry. City in 33 is a tough game for Arsenal and City both, to be honest. And then obviously they got Chelsea in 34. So for you, I guess it kind of makes sense. If you're going to free hit in 32, I would probably do it, yes. I'm in the same position with the hit to keep Kane, as it means benching Mitoma, though I'm not super keen. Did I read the same question again? I would wildcard before game week 34. Oh yeah, you would, right? Yeah, wildcard in game week 33. So this doesn't really matter for you anyways. And then Kane also doesn't matter. You would have got Kane. You would have got rid of Kane in game week 33. So you basically looking at Newcastle, which are you free hitting or are you dead ending? That depends. Even if you're dead ending, it doesn't matter, to be honest. So you're probably looking at Newcastle, which is not it's a tough fixture, but it's fine. But you have Bournemouth and Brighton. I won't be surprised, to be honest. I won't be surprised if Kane scores this week, because Brighton aren't the most defensively secure team. And this is also the first game, right, back for Spurs after Conte is gone. First game at home, because the last game was away. So this is the last game was away. Yes. So this is the first game home back after Conte has been fired. So they probably are fired up for this. Could be a good game actually. Okay. So yeah, that's currently the situation. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want me to see teams as well, we could probably do it. Currently, rank also looking good. We moved to 391k from 500 and was it 530k to 391. So more than 100k rank rise, which is good. So let's see. Top 100k is still the aim. 10 game weeks left. Maybe we can make it. We'll see. Maybe we can. We'll see. Can't see much of a difference in playstyle of Spurs. No, Spurs haven't changed their playstyle, because at the end of the day, right, it's Conte and you've got who is the Spurs assistant or caretaker right now? Christian Stellani or whatever. Yeah, but like they're both from the same cloth, right? He was basically working under Conte first, and now he's taken over. They're both going to play very similar styles of football, so don't expect too much of a difference in play style. The only time you will expect a difference in play style is like Chelsea's situation, where Frank Lampard has taken in charge. So now that you're going to expect a different play style, you're going to expect a bit more expensive. Mason Mount, if anyone is looking for a Chelsea player, maybe Mason Mount, but probably wouldn't go there. But yeah, that's an option. Dash, welcome. How are you doing? Love the setup. It's only for this week. We'll be back next Saturday. I will be back in the usual setup, and I've got a prop as well. I'll show you guys next week. I've got like a prop from where I bought like a souvenir, so I'll show you guys next week a prop for the background for the stream setup. Apart from that, the rest of the week, there obviously won't be a podcast. And Monday stream also, we won't really have a Monday stream. So those two are not on the table for this upcoming week. But there will be a deadline stream for 31. Yes. Can you still do team reviews? Yes, I can, because I'm on the FPL app. So I can definitely do team reviews. So let me show you, where are we? YouTube.com. Man, the one league that I had a red arrow was the football chatbox league. Every other league I got a green. Okay, football chatbox league. Let me know, Dash, what number, so I can actually bring the team up. When does this cup start? Cup starts in game week 31 for us. All right, we'll be looking at the cup as well for anyone who's, if you haven't got into the league yet, make sure to get in. X269WB is the league code. Cup starts in game week 31, so make sure you get in time for that. Let me know what the team is. Mike right on top, 138. Luke, 134. Arte has dropped a bit. Sander, new third place player, 148. What a bench. What did he play? Geez, look at. Oh, wow. That's actually a pretty decent bench boost. That's actually a solid bench boost. 14 points from Trippier. Kane, Botman, Rhea. Damn, that's a solid bench boost. What is that? 14, 23, 30. That's 38-point bench boost. Whew. What a bench boost. That's a winning bench boost. 38 points, damn. Uh, 42 in your league, and then rank 19 in the league. First green arrow in the last 4 weeks. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at Dash, because Dash has first. So 42. Ice Cold Marshall, who's back in. Wow. 140 points. What a legend. How did the team go? Look at this. Kane, White. Look at that. White. Ben White. What a legend. Ben White with the goal, delivering. Good, decent bench boost, to be honest. 8-16, 24 points. That's actually a good bench boost. Anything above 20 points is a good bench boost, to be honest. So team review. What are you thinking? What's your plan, Dash? Bring back Haaland, not bring back Haaland? Thinking of something else? Let me know. Shaw, I would wait for Ten Hag's press conference to decide on what exactly to do about Shaw. And we'll have a look at Will as well. I want Haaland, but I really want Isak. Then you probably move Harry Kane. Do you really want Harry Kane as well? Because I think Watkins this week is actually a good option. So I actually wouldn't move Watkins. Kane, on the other hand, Kane will score this week. Keep in mind, I sold Kane and he scored. I'm happy to accept that Kane will score every week. So Kane will most likely score this week as well. So if you want to keep Isak, then you move Kane to Haaland. That's probably the move to make. Don't know what to do, just confused but open to anything. Yeah, so you'll probably have to do Kane to Haaland. And to be honest, I won't be against that move as well if you guys want to keep your other strikers. And then you would probably start a 3-4-3, because if Shaw is injured, you can just bench Shaw. No, actually, yeah, 3-4-3. I would probably start Saka ahead of March even, to be honest. And I would probably start the rest of him in midfield. 3-4-3 seems like a possible move. If Shaw is fit, then you probably bench Estupinian and start Shaw. Interestingly, Ben White has actually returned, right? In almost the last 6 game weeks, he's returned. Ever since I wildcarded and moved the fellow out in... I wildcarded in 26 and I removed him for Gabriel. He's returned in every single week. And 2 weeks before that as well. Actually, when did I remove him? I removed him in game week 23. 23 he didn't return. 24 he didn't return, and after that he's been returning every week. What a legend. Open. I think I would just do Haaland Isak. Don't want to take the risk, and Kane has delivered. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, then if you want to do that, you can. I don't think Isak starts this week, so I myself I'm probably looking to bench him this week because I think Callum Wilson still starts this week after scoring 2 goals. I can't really see Wilson getting dropped. Maybe Isak starts alongside Wilson, but yeah, you could probably bench. You could probably move Isak out this week. It's okay. So that's Dash's team. Let's have a look at Shubharan's, and then we'll go to Will's team. 19. How are we looking at? 139. Wow. You guys have got some good scores, huh? Look at that bench boost. Solid bench boost as well. How are we looking at? First green arrow in 4 weeks. I mean, that's a pretty good green, isn't it? What are you thinking, Shubharan? What are you planning on doing? Oh, yeah, you told me what you were planning on doing. You were thinking about Kane or keep Kane and moving Odegaard, right? Yeah, you could do that. What you're doing, moving Odegaard for Tony as well. Get Haaland in for Tony, Odegaard in for a Brighton player. That kind of works for you, to be honest. And then obviously we have Will, but the rest of the team is pretty solid. Sure, you guys can wait and see, but then again, you guys have Ben White if you all need to, or you can play another midfielder. Actually, you can play a 3-5-2 if you wanted to as well. No, a 3-4-3. So you don't have to worry about Shaw. You guys shouldn't have to worry too much about Shaw, hopefully. But hopefully he's fine. I think they took him off as a precaution for the injury. And then Will, 59. Let's have a look. $116 points without a bench boost. Actually, this is pretty. You know what, Will? Ooh, without Ward, yeah, okay. You could get a better week for bench boost. So actually, saving your bench boost did kind of unlucky with the White, but saving your bench boost overall actually wasn't a bad idea. Unlucky with Saka thing. The Saka thing, even I also saw it after the deadline, unfortunately. I didn't see that news before. If I had seen that Saka thing before the deadline, then I wouldn't have even bench boosted. I would have cancelled my bench boost immediately because he was a main reason for bench boosting as well. So it is what it is. Rest of the team is solid. I guess you're looking to bring Haaland back. Thinking dead end 32, wildcard, bench boost, free hit 37. Saka thing was annoying. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think Will, your thing actually makes sense. I think that's a solid plan that you have. You can probably easily end up in top 100k with that as well. Dead end 32, wildcard 33, bench boost 34, and then free hit 37. So many chips, basically every chip left as well, so that should push you up really far. And Subharan says with wildcard coming soon, don't know if it makes sense. Only do hits if it means that you get significant rise in points. If you don't think you're going to get a significant rise in points, then don't do hits. I would only do it if it means you're setting your team up to achieve a better team for the next coming weeks. Since you're wildcarding soon, maybe you can just keep it. You don't have to worry too much about it. You don't have to probably do too many hits, or you don't even have to do hits. But if you need to, then yes. But if you don't think of it as this way, right? Look at the player you're trying to bring in. Think how many points they will get, and add 4 points on top of that. Okay. Sorry, yeah, and add 4 points on top of that. No, wait. Think of the player you're going to bring in. See how many points you expect them to get, and then look at the player you have, right? And see how many points you kind of expect them to get, and then you add 4 points on top of the player you have. So like for me, for example, if probably not doing this well, but let's say for example, the reason I didn't do the Gabriel to Shaw hit last week, right, was because I told you guys I didn't want to do a minus 8. That was one reason. The other thing was I was expecting Gabriel to get 6 points. Now I was thinking that they would concede, but best case scenario for me, I was like, okay, 6 points. And then I was like, okay, a hit means another 4 points. That's 10 points. Shaw has to score 10 points more. Shaw has to score 10 or more for the move to make sense. And then I was like, okay, now Shaw obviously didn't score that amount, and the move with like even though Gabriel didn't get 6, it kind of was a better move to not make. But that was the reason where I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it. So think of it like that, where you look at the player you have and how many points you expect them to get, add 4 points on top of that, and see whether the player you bring in can beat that score in that week. Or in if he can't, um, then probably don't make it. This is only if like your wildcard is very close by. Otherwise, you have to think of a kind of a long-term move, because then the hit pays off over a few weeks, not just immediately. Think this week either roll Kane to Haaland, Stupina to Moreno, and Tony to Haaland. Either roll and do Kane to Haaland, or take the hit and do Estupina to Moreno and Tony to Haaland -4 and bench Mitoma. That -4 includes benching Mitoma, right? Would I bench Mitoma? I don't know. See, I expect Brighton to actually score against Spurs. That's the thing. Now, obviously, it's very hard to predict which Brighton player will actually score, but I do expect Brighton to score against Spurs. So then that kind of makes like, oh, I would probably like to start Mitoma if I could. Also, I need to tell you guys, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for the move, because I was asking you guys who between Havertz and Watkins, and most of you guys said Watkins. So thank you to that. I have to shout out to you guys, because y'all were the ones who suggested that move. So it paid off. So I should shout out to everyone who suggested that move. The -4 is good for 31, 32, but yeah, I really don't like benching Mitoma. Yeah, as I would, if possible, I would try and start Mitoma if I could, to be honest. But how are you going to do it? Stupinant and Moreno, right? You bring in Haaland for Tony. Damn, this is a tough one, no? Because both Saka and Martinelli both could do well. Now, if you had Odegaard instead of Martinelli, then I would have been slightly more lenient towards benching Odegaard. But because Martinelli operates on the left-hand side, and I've seen that stat of how the left-hand side player actually has been man of the match against Liverpool in the last few weeks that Liverpool have lost a game, that kind of makes me go, Martinelli is a really good option this week. Well, Watkins was a big move. Anyone who did not have him must have had a shit week. Probably. I've seen a few people who didn't have Watkins, but then they had like very all like other like you guys know Roy, right? Roy is part of the panel team. I mean, Roy is part of the panel, so Football Chatbox panel, and he had, where is Roy? Roy is having a good week as well, 126 points, and he didn't have Watkins, but then he somehow on the other managed to get onto Joe Willock. I don't understand. He took Kulusevski out and got Joe Willock, and he bench boosted with Haaland. Obviously, he didn't see the Haaland news before, and he still managed to out bench me, even though I had 4 players and he had 3. But then he started Gabriel, Saka, and Kane, so I really didn't do that. So I guess kind of evens out. But yeah, this was also a good week. 126 points he had. The panel team, by the way, guys, the panel team also had a really good week. I showed you guys that we bought in, well, apart from the captaincy, we made a bad mistake in the captaincy, where we went and Captain Madison and he did nothing. Should have just Captain Rashford. But we told you we bought in Zuma. Look at that panel team bench boost. 20 points, 29 points, um, 37 points on the panel team bench boost. What a week for the panel team. Obviously, Havertz was a failure here, Madison was a failure, and Saka. Those were the three problems, but the rest were pretty good. The rest actually delivered. So that's the panel team. What is the panel team doing this week? I have no idea. I need to probably message the guys again and ask them again what they're doing. I need to get Abin back as well, who is another member of the panel. He's been out for some time, so maybe I'll try and get him on soon if possible. He had a good week, 142 points. Pretty good bench boost as well, to be honest. So yeah, that's how the teams are looking like of some of the members as well. Yep, I've seen that stat too. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So we'll have to see. Now, I haven't made any moves. I won't be making any moves today. I'll make it tomorrow. Hopefully, I make it before the deadline and I don't forget. You know what? Just for the moment, if I do, because if I forget, it's a problem. So my bus team captain, I'm very tempted by Watkins as a bus team captain. Not gonna lie, quite tempted by that. And Marcus Rashford vice, maybe. No, I'll keep it on Saka for now. Actually, no. Marcus Rashford on vice captain, it's not a bad option for now. But I'll keep it like this as a bus team, just in case. If I forget, then at least if I forget for some reason tomorrow, at least the moves are kind of like set. But most likely, what's going to happen is Tony will move out, Haaland will come in, Haaland will get the armband, and then there is a possibility of a -4 to move Rico Henry out, get him Moreno, start Moreno ahead of Gabriel or Botman, maybe Gabriel. And then bench Gabriel as second sub, Estupin a third sub. So that will probably be the moves that I make for a -4. Will it work out for a -4? Maybe. Because if I look at Henry, how many points am I expecting from Henry? Best case 2, worst case 1 or 0, based on how Newcastle have been going, maybe 1 point. So 5 points. Moreno can get 5 points, definitely, surely. If you keep, or Moreno or Minks, one of the two. I haven't decided it. Just because I like to get bonus points on my defenders, I might actually go Minks as well, but I haven't decided it. It could be either. Which Samsung are you using? This is an S10. Let me move myself here. So yeah, that's basically it. Anyone else has any other questions? Let me know. I don't think we'll be going for too long because I am on mobile data end of the day. So let me know how you guys are going. And if there are no further questions and everyone's teams are fine. Expected points for Kane, Haaland, Tony, and Odegaard. Oof. I do not have that at. Oh, good point. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second to find it. How do I do this? Why am I? Okay, how do I? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause this, right? Actually, no, wait. What happens if I? Nope, I didn't want to do that. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and I'll try and bring it up. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Not from Statsbook, just my opinion. Okay, I'm back. I couldn't get it up. I'm sorry. Moraes a nice differential over Mings on the off chance for attacking returns. That's true. Not from Statsbook, just your opinion. Okay. Kane. Okay, let's actually bring the fixtures up. So let's say this is a draw between Spurs and Brighton, and Kane scores 1 goal. 4 points, 2 points for playing 6. Because he's a striker, he gets bonus. If they draw, probably get 8, maybe 8 points for Kane. Let's say 8 points, best case maybe. Oh, let's say 8 points average. Could be 7, could be 8, could be slightly higher, but let's say 8 points for now. For Haaland, he starts, if he can make it to 60, that's another 2 points. Maybe he doesn't make it to 60. Let's say if he makes it to 60, he scores a goal, starts 6, 8 points maybe for Haaland as well, scores a goal. The reason I've given him 2 bonus instead of 3 bonus is, let's say for example, he comes off on the 60, sorry, before the 60, and if for some reason he's got 3 points at 3 bonus for some reason, so I kind of average. So Haaland's this thing could be anywhere between 2 goals and 2 points for 60 minutes. That's 10 points with 3 bonus. He can be anywhere between 8 and 13 points, Haaland. For Tony against Newcastle, probably 2 points, to be honest. Chances of them scoring against Newcastle, I don't know. I think it might be lower that they score against Newcastle, even though they're at home. For Tony, anywhere between 2 and 6 points. I think most of the bonus will go towards the Newcastle players. So anywhere between 2 and 6 points. And then for Odegaard, I would say possibly 2 to 5 points maybe, assuming they lose the clean sheet point. And let's say he gets 1 assist at least. Obviously that's a high this thing, but between 2 to 5 points for Odegaard. So yeah, so Kane about 8 points, Haaland anywhere between 8 to, so Kane anywhere between 7 to 9, Haaland anywhere between 8 or 7 to 13 maybe, 7 to 13, 8 to 13, Tony 2 to 6, and Odegaard 2 to 5. That's what I'm thinking. Those are like average values. Yeah, so yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, is this even working? Have I frozen myself too much? Please let me know if the stream is on. I have no idea. I think it's still going on. Working for, okay, sweet, just checking. But yeah, those are my kind of expected points. So yeah, that's basically it. I think we'll probably call it for there. And we've been on for an hour, so we'll end it over here. So let me know how you guys go in the week. I'll try and post a photo of my team at least after the deadline tomorrow. I'll try and get a photo in with my captaincy and my moves. If I make transfer moves before the deadline, I'll probably put it on the community tab, letting you guys know. I'll probably also post it on Twitter if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, at Ryan_MS28. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this stream, because this won't be the first stream that we do this year. There will be some other streams like this later this year, maybe. I don't know. Let me know if you guys thought this was an alright stream. But yeah, we'll probably end it here. thank you all for watching. Thank you to Will, thank you to Shumkaran, thank you to Simonal, and thank you to Tin for keeping me company, and Dash as well. And for anyone else who's watching as well, who's watching this back, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. And I'll see you all, not on Monday or Wednesday, no streams then. Again, next Saturday for the deadline stream, and we'll be on our usual setup. So next Saturday, deadline stream, I'll see you all. Until then, have a good day and have a good night, good evening, wherever you are. And I'll have a good game week as well and a good weekend. Until then, peace out, everyone. See you all.